Here we go.
Misty has obsessive-compulsive disorder.
I'll see something that's just not right. I just have to get up and do it.
New husband Brian has attention deficit.
I've had ADHD ever since I was a kid, and I have trouble paying attention. You're up there that we never had.
With disorders to deal with and 2 boys from Misty's previous marriage, will this new couple survive when twins arrive?
What the hell did I get myself into?
It's very real now. Go home. Mommy's a basket case.
She became like overwhelmed.
The intimacy thing is a problem.
Dad got sleep last night, Mom not so much so.
Hi, baby.
My name is Misty Waters. I'm 28 years old. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and in 4 weeks I'll be giving birth to twin boys.
Hi, my name's Brian. I'm 24 years old. I'm a warehouser, and I'm nervous, but I'm absolutely excited about the boys coming.
Brian and I met in college, and it wasn't love at first sight. We actually hated each other at the beginning.
We ended up just going out together as friends by accident because, according to her, she asked the guy next to me if he wanted to go out, and I said sure, and then she didn't know what to say, so we went out.
The thing with Brian and I is that we come from 2 totally different worlds. You know, he had a 7-bedroom mansion and I had a 2-bedroom townhouse. You know, he had a housekeeper, my mom was a housekeeper. I grew up going to church and my family's very strict. My grandparents are very strict Catholics, never missed a Sunday at church, so we come from 2 total different worlds. I was married when I was 20 years old, and Dutton will be 10 in April, and Adam will be 8. They're looking forward to the twins coming, although they won't admit it.
Did we think we'd get pregnant with twins? No. But we wanted 2 babies, and we got it all done in one shot.
There's no more kids after this. Despite what Brian thinks.
No, we're not going to be having any more children.
Every marriage has unique challenges. Brian and Misty's are particularly unique. Both have personality disorders to overcome. Misty has obsessive-compulsive disorder.
I have a lot of obsessions. I don't like strings sticking off of things, just little things that really bug me. I'll see something that's just not right, like if it's something out of place, I just have to get up and do it. And if I don't get up and do it, I'll just, be twitchy and just be not a very nice person until that one thing gets done.
Brian has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, commonly known as ADHD.
Can I get milk?
I've had ADHD ever since I was a kid. I don't hear things the way people say them. I don't remember things the way they happen. And I have trouble paying attention. The ADHD is probably the biggest problem between Misty and I. She hates the fact that I won't remember things. I'll go out to do one thing and end up doing something totally different.
Often people with ADHD have the symptom of forgetfulness or disorganization, and this can be very difficult for a spouse or partner to deal with. And often that partner might react by berating the person or being very hard on that person.
You tell me, how many times do you change it? Because I've told you this like a million times.
But
how many times?
I think we have to understand that ADHD is a problem with the brain. There's different wiring, and he just might not be able to function as well.
we argue a lot about me messing up. It has a lot to do with me. Yeah. This is an awesome picture. That's the before, and this is the now, and this will be the after again. You'll get back down to that.
You're so clueless.
I'm not clueless.
What drives me nuts about Brian is he just walks around and I think he's actually in his own world and oblivious to everything around him. Like, I'm pregnant. I have a million complications. I have like 5 appointments a week and he just says, oh, the babies are coming soon. I haven't been able to do housework for a long time. And I really don't like the way Brian does the housework. He doesn't really have any standards as far as cleaning goes. And it might be fine for other people, but I'll notice little things like little cobwebs or little specks of dirt on the wall.
No.
It sometimes bothers me that I will spend like a lot of time really trying to make this house look good. And the response that I get when I'm finished is, why is this still dirty? Or why is this not done right? It's not funny. Come on.
Brian's very emotional. He gets upset very easily. Like, he gets sad very easily.
Stop it.
Or if you tease him, he can't always take a joke. I'm tired because my wife made me vacuum yesterday and I worked today. He's very touchy too. He always wants to touch me or hug me or kiss me, and sometimes, especially being sick during his pregnancy, I just say get lost, and he doesn't take it that nicely, but I'm not worried about having to take care of the 2 babies.
What?
I'm worried about having to teach Brian everything while I'm taking care of the 2 babies.
I still want to be involved in everything. You can't just say, Brian's never had a baby. He doesn't know how to do this, so I'm just going to not let him do anything.
No, but you're going to have to learn.
No, and I expect that.
For Misty and Brian, the moment of truth is here. Tomorrow at 7 a.m., she is scheduled to be induced.
We're all set.
Coming up, the fights are forgotten when every new parent's worst nightmare occurs. Misty has 2 sons from a previous marriage. Just 1 year into her second marriage, she and new husband Brian are expecting twins.
During the labor and delivery, I see myself being very cool, very helpful, very attentive. Misty sees me that I'm going to pass out.
To have 1 baby is one thing, but then to know that all of a sudden you're having 2 babies and there's 2 babies you have to care for with somebody who's never even seen a newborn, and you still have 2 more to care for, it's a bit much. I like to be in control of things, and throughout this pregnancy, I haven't been in control of anything.
6 hours after being put on oxytocin to induce labor, things are moving slowly. Misty has only dilated 3 centimeters.
About 3 centimeters. If we go up with the oxytocin to what we consider maximum doses, we're having good, strong contractions and the baby's still not coming down, then that means this is cesarean section. There's no other way to get the babies out.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I don't want to have a C-section. It would have been fine if I just came in and had one, but if I have to go through all this and then have one, it's not that much fun.
Brian and Misty's wish for things to go faster is granted. Less than an hour later, Misty is almost fully dilated and is rushed to the OR to deliver her twins.
She's been in there maybe 20 minutes, something like that, 25 minutes.
When Misty is finally wheeled out, everyone's joy is tempered with concern. The twins, Isaac and Malcolm, have low birth weights and are taken directly to the neonatal intensive care unit. Malcolm, the second-born, has breathing difficulties.
Isaac was 5'16", and Malcolm came in at 5'9". Malcolm's breathing is a little labored, so hopefully he'll be all right. They said, there's no reason for us to panic right now. They said they'll tell me when I need to panic, but they said, traditionally with twins, one will do really well and one doesn't do as well.
Are you dead?
Who called you?
Kathy.
Did she?
Are you dead yet?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Isaac Joseph, Felder Waters.
Oh.
This is my mom and my brother.
Hi.
Isaac's doing awesome. He's doing really well. He looks really good.
Well, that's fine, but it's not the one I'm worried about.
I know.
I'm worried about the other one.
I know you are. It's all right.
Can you even call your mom? Why is she here? I didn't even get to see him. They just held him up and he was on the other side of the room. So I didn't even see what he looked like.
By early evening, with both twins still in neonatal care, the strain is beginning to show.
They just wrapped him up and his breathing looks a lot better. A lot better.
Did someone say that or are you just saying
No,
that?
he looks a lot better. He's not
So
sure.
nobody said that? You're
No,
just
I
saying
can't
that.
talk to anybody. I can't go in that room.
I know, but don't tell me he looks better because you don't know. You're not a doctor.
To be honest, I really don't know how to handle Misty when she's anxious or overly emotional. I'm more of a person that I'll wear my emotion on my sleeve, and I want to talk about things, and she likes to be more withdrawn. She likes to be the rock. And if she does get really emotional, she wants space, and I try to give that to her, but most of the time, or some of the time, I suppose, I don't give her as much space as she probably wants. I don't know, whatever you want me to do.
It's not my baby.
I know you do. Can you go sit with Misty? Please?
Why?
What do you mean why? Because she's worried. Why not?
Well, I can't tell her anything.
I know you can't. I just want somebody to sit with her. I'm the only one who can tell her because I'm the only one who can find out what's going on.
Three hours after Isaac was taken to the neonatal intensive care unit, Brian and Misty get to hold their firstborn son.
Okay. No, don't eat the blanket.
Coming up, Brian and Misty's elation is shattered when baby Malcolm develops a life-threatening illness. Brian and Misty's twins, Isaac and Malcolm, have arrived, but Malcolm is having difficulty breathing, and things are about to take a turn for the worse. In the middle of the night, baby Malcolm develops respiratory distress syndrome, a life-threatening condition for newborns. At 4 a.m., he is rushed to the neonatal care unit at McMaster Children's Hospital, over 40 kilometers away in Hamilton.
He's currently on a machine called a CPAP. It's more or less there so that as he exhales, his lungs don't collapse. I'll just stand and let him hold my hand. The whole night was kind of almost like a sick blur. Like it was probably the most scary night of my life because I had no idea what was going to happen, but it did cross my mind that he might die.
So that she can see for herself, Misty makes Brian film a video diary of Malcolm's progress. Later that day, Brian's tape is delivered to Cambridge Memorial Hospital. Misty watches the son she carried for 9 months, but has never held in her hands.
It's really just 5.
Go to the baby. Go to the baby.
Sometimes it goes to 4.
It doesn't even look like a baby. It looks like he's wearing a Halloween costume or something. He's just showing me everything wrong.
So switching away from normal
He wants your mommy to
medical
cry.
tape and trying some.
Oh, there's the baby. It's nice to see him, but
For the next week, Brian stays by his tiny son's side in Hamilton, making daily trips back to Cambridge to comfort Misty. Hamilton's Ronald McDonald House offers a grateful Brian overnight accommodation. 6 days after she gave birth to him, Misty gets to hold her second-born son, Malcolm, for the first time.
That's Malcolm right here.
he's so cute.
Yeah, it's nice to see him without the ID.
It was a really nice time. And when he came out, when I got to hold him, it was amazing. It was like everything was okay again.
Over the next 2 days, Malcolm's respiratory distress symptoms disappear. A day later, he's gained enough weight to finally be allowed home.
Bye.
9 days after they were born, the new twins arrive home.
Look who we brought home.
Malcolm?
Well, everybody.
My mom's coming on the 18th, and she's gonna stay for 2 weeks with us. So she'll be here when I have the babies, and then she'll be here afterwards for a week and a half too.
Coming up, Misty and Brian pray the worst is behind them, but it may be just beginning.
You were choking him.
Brian and Misty have survived the difficult birth of their twins. Can they survive handling 4 boys under the age of 8?
Well, I'm just rearranging, so I got some room, though. What? Just the mugs that are stuck up top that we never touch.
Yeah, but I'm the one who has to reach the stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's all the stuff that we don't, like, these are all mugs that are up there that we never
don't,
touch.
please.
Don't do what?
Anything. Just put them back. Okay?
There are things about Misty that bug me. It bugs me that she likes to be in control of everything.
I don't understand what you're doing.
It bugs me that she has little to no confidence in me for taking care of these babies.
I think he can do things if he tries. He just doesn't try because he knows I'll do it if he doesn't. So I think he's kind of relying on me to pick up his slack or to do everything that he doesn't know how to.
What were you trying to do, Brian?
Mom.
Nothing.
You better ask Brian if he's going to church tomorrow.
Brian, are you going to church tomorrow?
Oh, that's brother.
Brian, are we going to church tomorrow?
We've been arguing a lot since babies came home. Most of it's my fault.
Brian,
What?
I showed you how to do up a diaper.
I know, and that's what I did.
I find myself getting more frustrated with Brian since we had the babies. There's not really a relationship with me and Brian right now. It's kind of me, Brian, and the 4 kids. He needs to go up higher on your shoulder.
I've told you, I've been unsuccessful with the shoulder attempt. There was the one night where I kind of threw a big fit. I knew I was overtired and I wasn't doing it right, and I was being told, "Why are you doing that? That's not right." And it was stressing me out worse. And then I think Misty said something about you're hurting the baby or something like that. And I just lost it. I just couldn't do it anymore. Since that, I came to a realization that I was just being a jerk, total jerk for no reason. And I love my wife. I don't want to start fights, but I was. I was slightly excited to go back to work, to be honest. It was nice to get back to something that was structured and normal. The first couple days were just exhausting, though. Most of my work is heavy lifting. By the end of the day, I was just beat, like physically beat. I didn't realize that I would have to do 6 loads of laundry a day. I didn't realize that just washing, sterilizing, and making formula would take over an hour to do that. So when it adds up, if I work a 12-hour day and come home and do 4 hours worth of cleaning, I'm done. And I have no energy to even stay awake to feed the babies.
People with ADHD often need more sleep. So for instance, if someone's having a baby and their sleep is going to be disrupted, it's going to be very, very difficult.
We probably argue almost every evening because Brian falls asleep during the feedings. Doesn't matter if it's 6 o'clock or 10 o'clock or, 12 o'clock, he falls asleep.
Often when couples have different personalities, they can have a lot of conflicts. They need communication, but also they need to know their partner's limitations and accept them. You married this person. You know what their flaws or faults are. Don't have those expectations. Sometimes, for instance, women have expectations of their partners that are way too high. You gotta lower them a bit.
If I knew that I was gonna have to do it all by myself, why did I get married and decide to have kids? I could have been single and raised 4 kids on my own. Last week was the first time in our marriage that I ever thought, what the hell did I get myself into?
A woman has to learn she's not the only one who can do something. She's not the only one who can care for the baby. He might not do it as well. He probably won't do it as well. But as long as he's safe, what's the difference? He needs to learn how to do it his way, and she needs to learn how to give up so much control over the child rearing.
Despite their difficulties, Misty and Brian believe the same faith that supported them during the twins' difficult first weeks will also keep their marriage alive.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be together.
Well, don't say it like that. No, that was a terrible answer. No, I think it'll be a good marriage.
I think when couples get together, they fulfill each other's needs. Sometimes it doesn't look like they're a good match, sometimes opposites attract, but we can't say what brings a couple together. I mean, there's always things you love about someone and you hate about them, but as long as you learn to live with the things that you don't like about them, couples can live happily ever after.
We may possibly try IVF again to have more children. I know I had said before.
If you get me a nanny.
If I get her a nanny. I've never thought that our marriage would not survive.
We're Christian. We don't believe in divorce. I'll be married to Brian forever.